Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Welcome to the next session of full stack development. So, as part of our previous sessions, we have discussed about what is full stack development, right? And what are the different steps involved in software development life cycle. And coming to the full stack development only, we have discussed about what is front end, what is back end, and what are the different technologies involved in it. We have seen, right? Client side development, server side development, different flavors in server side development. We have discussed all about those things, and also we have discussed about exclusively about the front end. Also, we have discussed that is the role of HTML, role of CSS, and the role of JavaScript. Those things we have discussed. You are going to do in this particular course we have discussed. And apart from that, we have discussed one very important thing, that is creating first web page. Creating the first web page. If you wanted to do that, as a person, you don't require any specific knowledge on any specific technology. If you know normally, like how to work with system, basic system knowledge, if you know, like opening the file, saving the file, opening the browser, right? That is enough. Coming to the system should have one basic text editor. It could be anything, a plain text editor like Notepad, like that, and one modern browser, right? See here, I told one plain text editor. Usually in Windows, always it will be like Notepad, which will come as a default, but you can even download something like Notepad plus plus. Some other app is also there, which will be working for both the Mac system. If you have other OS as well, you can download this as well, Notepad plus plus, something like that. Fine. But by default in the Windows, we have Notepad. Just check, even in the MacBook also you have some default editor. Just check for it. If not, you can go with something like Notepad plus plus. It is also like a lightweight editor. You can go through it. Yeah. So you discuss one important thing, that is, if you wanted to create any web page, every web page usually following a special or a specific structure, that is called blueprint. Every web page usually be following it. Whatever it may be the website, whatever it might be the purpose that website might have been following particular basic structure. What it will be containing? It will be starting from a tag called HTML tag, which is tag for every web page. It will be like a root tag, and in that we have header tag and as well as body tag. Header tag and body tag will be there. Inside the header tag, we have to write the meta information. Meta means the information about your web page. Next is, we'll be having something like body tag. So in the body tag, we have to write all the visible content. Visible content means whenever we open any web page, whatever we see, that is called the that is called what, visible content. Clear? So to add that visible content, we have like images, text,
Hello,
and something called videos, and then something like
can you hear me?
audio, video and audio, something like tables. Tables, right? So tables. So all these things we can able to add with the help of HTML. But usually we write that in the body. Clear? Coming to the metadata means, it is like a simple information about your web page. Information about your web page means what your web page is about, what is the title of your web page. Just it will give some information about your web page. Simply like if you are having a textbook, so before you enter into the chapters and all, you'll be having an index page, right, where you'll be having the list of chapters and the phone numbers. So like that you'll be having, right? So to create a first web page, what are the steps? Very simple. First, we need to open the notepad, and then we have to write the basic structure, right? And after that, we have to save the file with the extension. What is the extension we have to follow here? .html. But one important thing here, while we are saving, we have to choose that option called all files. Then only it will be properly saved, else it will be saved like a text file. So we have to ensure that it is always saved with an extension called .html. And I asked you people to create one structure, right? Remember, full stack, then front end folder, inside the front end create html folder separately, and try to do that. I told you, right? So now for you, I'm just creating it. You try to follow the same, not on the desktop. In your computer, you try to do it on D drive or E drive somewhere, because desktop is of C drive. So try not to save in the C drive, try to save in any other drive. So here I'm writing some name for this folder. What is the name I have written? Full stack 8 a.m. In that I'm going to create one more. Just a minute, guys. Yeah. So coming to the structure, it is like full stack 8 a.m. folder. Within that, I am creating one more folder. Like what is that? Front end. And after a few days, we'll be creating one more folder called backend. Inside the front end, we'll be creating HTML. But later here only, just beside that, we'll be creating something like backend. It is just for making sure that all your files will be saved at one particular place, so that what happens, whenever you are doing something called a recap and all, at that time you won't be having any problem, right? So in this within that front end folder, yeah. So what is front end? We already discussed. What are the different technologies in that? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right? So exclusively for HTML, here I'm just creating one folder like HTML. You can create HTML or HTML underscore, doesn't matter. So I just created. So already we created one file. Yeah, in that somewhere we created, but I will take that and I will put it here. What is the file name? Something like abc.html. So this is the file. If I want to see the output, how to see? Just to go with open with option and go with any of the browser like Google Chrome or something Microsoft Edge. where you can able to see the output, right? Now I want to edit that file. If I want to edit the file, yeah, open it with the notepad. Clear? And here only one thing you have to remember that in your computer, if it is not showing in this list, like you have to choose another app. Then here so many apps will be there. If this is not there in the first list, also you just to go through like this. Then you will be finding somewhere. But the important thing is two things are there: always and just once. Always go with just once. That is in the latest version of Windows. Even if you are using the older versions also, they will be having one checkbox like always open with the notepad. So don't check that. Clear? The intention is you have to open it only for one time like that. I told you right in the last class only. If you open with that, then what will happen? What is the problem? What is the problem I told? You remember? Hmm? No, no. Actually, it is a HTML file only. But the problem is here you are able to see this icon, right? What is this icon? Uh, so generally, what is the icon for any web page? What icon you will be having? Default browser icon. It may be a Chrome icon or Microsoft Edge icon or something like that. You will be having, right? So if you use that, then what happens? Text will come. Text icon will come. So that is the problem. So just a minute, guys. Here some problem with the screen. I just to fix it in a minute. Just wait for it. Yeah, hi all. I am back. So here, this is the folder we created, right? So full stack 8 a.m. is the root folder. In that we created front end. Next we created something like HTML, right? In this, we created one web page called abc.html. Now to open that in the browser to see the output, we can open it through any of the browser. We can go with an option called right click and then something like open with option, right? Or if you want to edit it, go with same option but go with the notepad. And this notepad, as I told you, first time you have to go through choose another app and then you have to choose notepad just once. But from the second time onwards, directly it shows as a suggestion. You can directly check it so that you can directly get it. So all the classroom people, you just to open that for only for that, what I can say, like, only for the visibility, you just see that voice, you just follow mine. Understood? Else that sound might disturb you, double sound. So better you just open that and just try to listen to me. Clear? You just pay attention to me. Just see that I'll be talking, right. You just pay attention to me. Just for the content and all. You just to look at that your device. See, now I want to create one more web page. What to do? Already we have discussed about it, right? How to create a web page? We have to follow those steps. First, we have to open one notepad. So here I created one notepad, just like that I have opened. In that, what we have to do? We have to write that basic structure. So that starts from HTML, and then within that we have something like header tag, and after that we have something like body tag in the edit tag, and then open the body tag and then close it. Now we need to save that particular file, right? Yeah. So here within the body, generally if you don't write anything in the body, then what happens, it will be like empty. Okay, we can save, no problem. Now where it is saving, C drive, my Java, because it's a old one, it is saving that folder. No, just now I created a specific folder for us, right? So what is that folder? Within the desktop, on the desktop, we have one folder called FullStack 8 a.m. So in that we have one more subfolder like front end. In that we have HTML. Yes, this is the perfect location where we actually wanted to store all our files. Coming to the name, we can write any name for our web page. So in the last page we have created abc.html. This time I am writing something like first dot html is the mandatory thing, and here we need to keep save type as all files and then click save button so that it will be saved. If you want to cross check it, go to this same location, right? Full stack 8 a.m, front end and html. Yeah, see that web page called first is there, right? Just now it's been created. And to see the output, what we can do, we can right click on that, then go with the open with option. You can go with the Google Chrome or Edge. Actually to see the output in this way we can go, guys. The other way is directly we can double click it directly on that particular file. We can double click, then what happens, Chrome, it will directly open in the Chrome. In my computer it will open in the Chrome. In my your computer, maybe Edge or something, whatever may be the default browser, there it will directly open. So I'm just opening it in the Chrome browser. Yeah, so now what will happen, if you look at the output here, blank. The page is open but the problem is blank. Why? Because this is our web page, we created the page, but within the body tag we did not write any content. So that's the reason we are unable to see any content on the page. If you look at this here, whatever it is there here is called address. This one is called what? Address. and in the top this is called tabs. These are called what? Tabs. And this is called content, like your content here to here, that left to bottom to left to top to here, this right to bottom, this is called what? Content. But right now it is empty because we have not added any content, right? Now we are going to add something. So for that, what we can do here, within the body, you can write anything, just some content. If I mention something like, hi students, welcome to HTML learning. Now I saved it. If you save this, directly go to the browser where it is open, first.html page, right? Simply reload the page so that the changes will be applied. Whatever the changes we made to that page, that will be applied, right? Yeah. Still some sound is coming. We can stop it. Yeah. So what I have written here, hi students, welcome to HTML learning, right? Now I want to edit it. What the output it is showing? You're able to see the output here. Hi students, welcome to HTML learning, right? I'm going to make some change. Here I'm removing I. I'm writing hello. Now this time and save it. Go there, reload this. Whenever you make any change to our web page within that editor, we have to save that and we have to come to that browser where it has been opened. There we have to click that button called refresh button or reload button so that the new changes will be applied. Clear? So in this way we can able to create a web page. Already we have discussed about this, but in this way we can able to create a web page. Now how the content is added here, directly we added within the body, we have not mentioned anything, directly we started adding the content. But in the starting I have told you that when we talk about the content, whatever the content we are going to add to our web page, we'll be having different category, like see, generally if you open any web page or website, what we can observe? Content, right? What kind of content we see? If you open a web page, what we see? Some text, right? Some paragraphs or some headings will be there, right? So text related content we observe. Sometimes we find some images. You think about any web page, what we see that? So text and images will be there in some website. You can see some youtube.com. What will be there in the YouTube? YouTube, it's also a web page, right? Website, right? What will be there in that? Videos, right? So sometimes you have some audio files also. And when you are talking about registration or login, what will be their form? So that is also content. So you'll be having the content in even in the form of forms and sometimes tables, and especially very important thing, links. You have sometimes links, right? You observe links in web pages. In blue color, something will be there where you can take your mouse cursor and you can able to click that. So that is called what? Links. So like this, we have different content. What we do as part of HTML learning is we learn how to add text content, how to add image related content, how to add videos, how to add audio files, so how to add forms. So like this we'll be learning. Now I want to add text related content to our web page now. We know that everything in HTML is added with the help of tag. Everything can be added with the help of what? Tag. That's why HTML is called markup language. When we talk about the text, here also tags are there. But before I talk about that, in general, like when you are having a textbook, same textbook when you are having, when you open the chapters, you'll be having chapter 2, then chapter name. After that, you'll be having something like one introduction to something. Depending on that chapter, you'll be having one heading, right? You observe that textbooks I am talking. After that, you will be having one more heading like 1.1, something will be there, some small heading. Introduction to some one more will normal one some heading will be there. I'm talking about, see, chapter 2, chapter number 2, then chapter name big, then after that you will be having 1, then introduction to something, then again 1.1 introduction to something, next again 1.1 point something like that will be there. Those are called some small headings will be there, right? Next you will be having something called paragraph. Large content will be there in the form of paragraphs. When I am telling this, you try to imagine your textbooks, guys. You have seen the textbooks, right? In that it will be there. If you talk about that paragraphs, if you open sixth chapter or if you open fourth chapter, anywhere the paragraphs are same means the size style will be almost same. The number of lines may be different, but the style is same. But when it comes to the headings, the chapter name or chapter number will be bigger in size. Yes, next to that one introduction will be in one size, next will be in 1.1 introduction will be one size, right? What I'm telling is the difference in terms of size. Chapter name is bigger, then the size is little bit decrease, next 1.1 little bit decrease, like that. If you're having any images, below to that image one name will be there, right? What is that image is about, that also will be there heading only, but with small font size it will be there. You observe that. So what I want to say here is those are called headings, and other things are called what? Paragraphs. So paragraphs are almost same, but headings only different sizes. Which heading you want, depending on your requirement, we can have whichever the heading we want. Clear? The same thing can be implemented in the web page also. So here we have headings and paragraphs. Coming to the paragraphs, we can have only one kind of paragraphs, but coming to the headings, by default in the HTML 6 types of headings are there. How many? 6 types, just depending on their size. H1 in that so what is those 6 types? What are those 6 types? Here is H1, we have tags actually. Head is a tag, right? Head tag, body tag, like that. H1 tag, H2 tag, H3 tag, like that up to H6. Among all these things, H1 is the bigger one in terms of size, H6 is the smaller one, and the size will be decreasing. H1, H2, H3, like that up to H6. This is about heading. So, text can be added to the web page in two ways. One is in the form of headings, the other is in the form of paragraphs. Coming to the headings, by default, we have total 6 types of headings. They are H1 to H6. Coming to the paragraph, we have only one type, that's called P. Open P, close P is called adding a paragraph. What is that? Adding a paragraph. Now we are going to create one web page where we have data in terms of headings and in terms of paragraph. So that means today we are learning how to add text related content to our web page. Clear? To do that, generally we can take one another page we can do, or this one only we can edit. It's up to you, whatever. Okay, I will take another page. So for that, already you know how to create a web page steps, right? First to take one it's a notepad, open that fresh file, then write your what we call that structure, basic structure, open HTML, close HTML, basic template we have to write it, then we have to save the file, right? So I have written now. Now I want to save the file. Ensure that you are saving always in the proper location. Okay, one time you have to set the location, then next time it will be default, it will come. You can write any name here. I will write just like I am writing text page. Generally, you can write anything. I am writing something like text page, means this page is containing text related content for me. Just some related name I am writing. But important thing is dot html. That name you write anything, dot html. While writing the names, guys, listen. Don't put spaces in the words. Like text is one word, page is other word. If you want to write some name like text page, put together. There should be no space. Still you want some space, then put something like underscore or something, but don't give the space. White spaces we should not give for file names. Clear? And then keep it all files. Now save it. Yeah, it is created. Now open this in the browser, but we can't see any output here. Why? We have not written anything in the body tag. Now I want to edit it. Yeah. In the body, nothing is there. Now I want to write the heading. Just now we have discussed text can be added in two ways, headings and as well as paragraphs. So now I am adding heading. Open H1 and then close H1. This is called H1 tag. Within that we can able to write whatever the content we want, we can able to write it. Just like that I am writing hello all welcome. That's it. This is called H1. Now save and go to your browser where your page is already open. Yes, here it is already open text page. Simply reload or refresh it once so that we can able to see. Now see it is in the form of heading. Earlier it was like normal text, but this time it is like heading. Clear? Now another heading. How can we create? Yeah. Okay, paragraph before that other headings like H2. We have H2, right? Yeah. We are having total how many? Six. Six types of headings we have added. Just observe this. I want you to observe it properly. That's why I did not write different content. I have written the same content so that you can able to observe the size. See that. Got it? You are having a total of yeah, total six are there, but all six are with a different font size. And the first one, H1 is bigger in size, whereas H6 is smaller. Right? You're able to see that. Now I am going to add paragraph as well. So how to add paragraph to the web page? Go to the same page. After this, add paragraph with the help of a tag. I told you everything in HTML is added with the help of tag. Any content you talk that will be added with the help of tag. What? If you write anything. Okay. Why it is? No, HTML will not do that. HTML will not throw any errors also. What it will do is, whatever it is started here, it will consider as H2. Right? After that, what I started, H3, I properly opened and properly closed. So from that, then onwards, it will be considering. So coming to the HTML and what is this CSS languages, if you write anything wrong, in terms of syntax and all, it will not be throwing any error, it will not be stopping you from the execution. What it will do sometimes is, assume in CSS you are trying to enter some background color as something like yellow. You entered yellow spelling wrong. Assume you want to give background color yellow, for that you have written every other code proper only, but the yellow color spelling you have written wrong. Then what it will do is, it will not throw yellow wrong, or that simply it may not give that yellow color. Understood? You are expecting it to be turned into yellow color background. If you have written something wrong, that yellow will not be applied, but it will not throw any error, it will not stop the other execution. Clear? But coming to the other languages like JavaScript or Java or C, those languages, programming language, there if you have written anything syntax related error and all, there it will be throwing the error. Clear? That's why you have to be very careful while you know writing the code. So we can easily see that those things will not be applied. Yeah. Paragraph, right? How to create paragraph? Open P and then close P. I'm just writing something like some normal content, like this is paragraph. I've written some more data in that paragraph. If I write that much in the web page, you will see this much. Understood? Yeah. So now, in the same way, if you wanted to add one more paragraph, the same thing you can able to repeat it. Now I have written one more paragraph. See, right? Two paragraphs have been created. So the important thing here is, if you look at paragraph and headings, headings are, what is the difference you are able to see? Ganesh only, right? Your name? Ganesh only, right? No, Murli. What's your name? I forgot. Pawan, right? Okay. So what is the difference you are able to see? Headings and paragraphs. Just a look wise, what is the difference you are able to see? Size, okay. Color, bold. Okay, good. So the thing is, actually both are of same color, but the problem is headings are bold, paragraphs are non-bold. That is the reason we are able to see the thickness, more thickness in headings. That's the reason we are able to see it like a pure black. Understood? Paragraphs also like that only, but the problem is that it look like light because of that. So what I want to say here is, headings are by default bold. Headings are always by default bold. Paragraphs are non-bold or normal. Clear? If you look at this H6, H5, maybe H5 is same as that of paragraph, or maybe H4 is same as that of paragraph. Just a size you just try to compare. What I mean to say is H6 is smaller than paragraph anyhow. H6 is smaller than paragraph, but still H6 is bold in nature, whereas paragraph is non-bold. Understood? Just look at that, all of you. Paragraph is bold. H6 is smaller maybe in terms of size, but still it is bold. So that is what I want to say. By default, headings are always bold. Paragraphs are non-bold. Clear? But this is by default. In the future, sometimes you want to change paragraphs also bold. If that is your wish, then later you can able to change it. By using CSS properties, you can able to change it. Clear? Now, coming to this, what I told this on the top, this is called tabs. What I told this is tab. Yeah, what it is telling, new tab. On this, whatever it's been displayed, it is called title. Whatever it is displayed on the tab is called what? It is called what? Title. What is the title it is displayed now? Text page dot html. What is your actual file name? That is also text page dot html. Are you following? I repeat. On the top of this tab, whatever you are able to see is called title. Generally, for the web page, what we call it as title. Whatever you are able to see is text page dot html. What is your file name? This is there in the location called front end html. What the file name is? Text page dot html. Means your file name itself is coming as a title for your web page. Why? Because we have not created any title for our web page. If we give our own title, then the default title will not come. Understood? By default, for any web page, the title will be always like uh, whatever the file name html file, that will come. We don't want that. We want our own you know title, then we can able to give. What is this, sir? What is this? Is a title for Amazon, which is a big title, online shopping. Able to see something here? That is called title. Clear? For our page also, I want to give customized title. For that, what we have to do here is, we just have to go to that particular page. Yeah, in that we have to use a special tag called title tag. What is the tag name? Title tag. And the title tag we have to put inside the header tag, where we need to write header tag. Why? Because I told you all the visible content is written inside the body tag, but this title is not in that. That address bar and the top of the address bar are not included in the web page. Below to the address bar, whatever it is there, that is called web page content. You got my point? I already told this. This is called what, sir? This is address bar. On the top of that, what we call it as tabs. So what here? Hello is there? No, here something hello. From there to till bottom, this is called the web page. Clear? That is not the content of the web page. That is just something about the web page, but that is not the content of the web page. So we already discussed about what kind of data we write in the header tag. Metadata means information about your web page. Title is also information about your web page. Clear? So that's the reason we need to put title tag inside the inside the header tag. Open title and then close title. For the title I've kept here, adding paras and headings. Fine. Save this. Go to the browser. Now observe guys, all of you carefully. Before I reload my web page, what is the title here? It is showing text to page.html, which is same as that of your file name. Now I am going to reload this. Observe now. See the title now. Yeah. What title you are able to see now? Adding paras and headings. Changed. Your file name is still same. Text to page.html only. Right? In the address, this is called file name, sir. File name is for what? To open which file? That for that purpose you have file name. But title is something different. You can keep whatever the title you want for your web page. Clear? So here the learning point is very simple, sir. If we want to add any our own title to our web page, then we have to use title tag. We have to use title tag. Within that we have to write any name. Put that title tag inside the header tag so that the title will be added to our web page. In a case if we do not add the title to our web page, it will not be blank. It will give your file name. Your web page will have one file name, right? That file name itself has a title. That is the default it will come. Clear? Sir, whenever you build any house, listen once. Whenever you build any house, when you're talking about the rooms and all, what is the paint default? White. If you don't tell to that person, he will give white. If you tell, he will give whatever if you want. Now you understood. By default it will not be without paint, right? When you're, if you give a contract to someone and all, so whenever they build, by default something on default color will be there that they will give. But if you choose, it should be like something different. I want light green, something like that, then that will be there. Clear? But by default they will not keep it empty. Means like, it will not be like that, what, bricks and cement, it will not be there. Definitely, white is the default, right? Most of the time people use from the so many years, so that they will use. But if you want your own colors and all, definitely it will be clear. Here also same. If you use your title, then write title tag, put it. No, if you do not use, then default one will come. Clear? Yeah. So that's it. In this way we are going to add what? Adding paragraphs and as well as headings to our web page. Clear? And paragraphs are always non bold in nature, whereas headings are always bold in nature. And headings are from H1 to H6. H1 is small, H1 is bigger, H6 is smaller. We should not get confused with that number like 1. A4 size paper, A4 size paper, A2 size paper, which is bigger? A2 is bigger. Understood? So here also same. So H1 to H6, H1 is bigger, H6 is smaller. So that's it. Here, okay, fine. In this paragraphs are non-bold, headings are bold. But what are these things? By default, it is like that. Now I have a special requirement. I want to make some of the content to be bold in paragraph. Understood? Not the complete paragraph. One line or one word. I want to make it bold. Then generally we depend on the CSS, but few things we don't need to go till CSS level. Just by using HTML also we can able to do. So those activities usually performed with the help of formatting tags. What it is? Formatting tags. See, by default some format will be there, sir. What is that? Headings are always bold, paragraphs are always non-bold. Using that small formatting tags, what I can do is I can make small adjustments. These are called formatting tags, or we can even say something like helper tags. Clear? Yeah. Within that we have a special tag called B. What is the tag name? B. B means bold tag. What is the meaning of B? B means bold tag. So if you use that, certain text will become bold. That's it. Clear? And again I am telling you guys, These tags are not for adding the content. I told you that content can be in the form of what? Text, images, links, videos, audios, tables, forms, right? There, if you want to add content, we use different tags. Using that, content is added. In that one section, we learned that is text. How to add text, we learned headings and paragraphs. If you want to add paragraph, H1 using that, we will be adding content. Using P, paragraph, we can able to add content. Now, whatever I am telling formatting tags, these are not for adding content. Already content will be there. In within that content, some small portion. If you want to, highlight that portion with the heading, like whatever, like special effect, something like bold. Then we use these tags. Clear? Clear. So these are not the tags which are used for adding content. No, those tags are different. So coming to the text, headings, six headings and paragraph. That's it. These are used to add the text related content. Now whatever we are going to learn now, formatting tags are not for the purpose of adding the text content, which is just formatting the text content. Clear? Yeah. What is the tag name I told? B. B means bold tag actually. Okay, here this is paragraph is in this the second sentence. All sentence same. This is paragraph. This is paragraph. I leave the first one. Second one. This is paragraph is that I want to keep like something like bold. Now see just before it is started put B. Open B. Okay, and here you write close B. Now you understood. This is just a part of your paragraph only, the small portion. That's why I told these are not for adding new content. Just already content is there, just changing that. Yeah. Now save this. Go to the browser. Before reload, just observe now. Here you don't find any difference between this is paragraph, this line and this line, right? Yes or no? Now see, I am going to reload the page. Are you able to see the difference now, all of you? You're able to see that, right? The content is now becoming bold. That is called B tag or bold tag. Fine? Yeah. In the same way, we have another tag called italic. What is the tag name? Italic. What italic will do is see, by default text is always straight. Text is like this, right? Straight like this. This is called italic. Tilted text. Tilting the text. See, why actually we use all these things, why we create web pages and website for different purpose, right? Maybe for online shopping site, maybe online news site, yes, maybe blog. If you're talking about a website and the purposes of website is different, right? So assume like you're writing it for creating it for online news, right? Online news portals, right? uh, there assume you're writing one article, something. There you want to mention one person, book, one person has one author has written one book. You want to mention that book name. Normally the other things you have written normal, but the book name you want to write it as a italic so that attention will be there. Understood what I'm talking? Normal content you have written normal way, but exactly that book name you have to put it like something like italic so that it will be like catchy. Clear? So for that only we use all these formatting tags and all. Clear? In that especially this italic tag. Okay. Now what I want to do is this is paragraph. The fourth one, something like this here. I want to put this before that starts. I put I. After that, I am closing that I. Right? Yeah. Now just go to this. Reload this. See, before reloading, see all are like straight. Now the effect is going to happen to this one, which I highlighted. Highlighted, no something that only will get affected. Now see, changed, changed italic. Yes, that is called what? Italic. In the same way, one more is there, guys, here, that is U. What is that? U. U means underline. That is also same purpose. Somewhere, yeah, here it is giving the underline. You want to give some underline to any of the text, you can able to do that. Next, quotes, sir. If you want to put some text under quotes, quotes, right? Double quotes. Yeah. This is also same story. You're writing one article, assume you're talking about some, okay, you have written one article in the online about cricket, something like that you have written, then something like that you are writing. Then suddenly the words said by captain. Captain said while receiving the award, he said, then you will put double quotes and exact words, whatever you said, you'll put in the quotes. You know that, right? So for that, here we'll be using something like q. What is that? Q. So open q and then close q. Somewhere, see, nowhere quotations are there as of now. Now quotations would be added. Yes, see, here, here. Able to see quotations are started, and here somewhere quotations have been ended. Clear? U means underline. U means quotations. And we have one more important thing, that is, if you want to highlight any particular portion. Highlighting means when you are studying, what you do generally, if you want to highlight something, light yellow color, light green color, you have one sketch pen, right? You remember, you will highlight something. So that is not going to disturb your content, just it will give that highlighting part, right? You know that? Or you forgot? So here also we can able to do that. For that we have a special tag called mark. What is the tag name? Mark. So just to open and close mark here. Wherever you want to, put that, just open and close it. Somewhere I'm just writing it. I don't know where it will be effective. Somewhere in that paragraph only, somewhere I have written somewhere it will be affected. Yeah, yes. Able to see that? So in the complete web page, if you feel some line, something is important, people will put like this. Clear? Especially in the sites where some purchase should happen, people will put like this. You know, purchase, right? Like online, something shopping, something, whatever it is, where you need to purchase something and all, just to highlight or to attract your attention to that particular, line or something. People generally, use this. Clear? That is called what? What is the tag name? Mark. Now, assume you are creating this web page. I told you a page or website can be created for different purposes, right? Assume you are creating this website for the purpose of teaching mathematics to the people. Understood? You are creating this website for the purpose of teaching mathematics to people, students. Not through video or not through audio. You want to teach through your writing. Understood? Now, you want to write a plus b whole square equal to a square plus that you want to write in web page. Understood? How to write it? Generally, see, okay, on the top I want to write it before, like, okay, I want to keep it big only. If I want to keep the content to be big, I will use heading and that to h1. What is that? A plus b. What is that? A plus b whole square, right? So I'm writing a plus, see, within the h1 or within the paragraph, whatever you write, that will display. So if I write parenthesis will come, brackets, right? Parenthesis. So a plus b, next whole square, where I have to write? Outside. Next, square b square plus 2ab. Save. Go to the browser. Yeah, open the browser. Reload it. Yeah, able to see that a plus b whole square equal to a square plus 2ab. Because you like it, that's why you are telling. But that is called a plus b2 a2 plus b2 plus 2ab. That is, yes sir, no. In your mind, it is there already predefined like a plus b whole square. Right. See, if I don't say all these things, if I normally written A2, what you will say? A2 only, right? You will not say A square, right? Got it? Okay, if you say this is A plus B whole square plus A square plus B square plus 2AB, now I will ask you to write something like M2. How you will write? M2, right? Then that you are calling M2, here you will call it as A square. No, right? Understood? Fire means it should be on the top of the letter. If something is there to the top of the letter, not to the beside the letter, right? So in the notepad you cannot write that. Notepad is that, right? You cannot write it. Next letter will come to the beside, right? You cannot write on the top and all. That too, HTML also will not accept it. How you will write and all. So for that also you have a tag. Understood? Generally in mathematics, you people say it as a power. You know power, right? If you write something power if it is 2, if it is 2 you call square, 3 cube, but that is called power. If you have 7, what you will say? A to the power of 7, right? You don't have special name for that. A power 7 you will say. You remember these things? So in mathematics we call it as a power, but in general in a language, any language, in linguistically, what we call it as, if you write anything to the top of a letter is called superscript. If you write anything onto the top of the letter, a is a letter only, right, sir? Alphabet, right? There only you write a square. Mathematically, you call it as a power. But I'm talking in terms of a language. For any language, if you write anything to the top of a letter, is called superscript. If you write anything to the bottom of the letter, is called what? Subscript. That also will be there. If you're talking about same mathematics, let variables x1 and x2, you know that, right? X1 and x2, or you have something like physics, you will say like two cars are moving with the speeds v1 and v2. That v1 is not beside v1, v will be top, one will be little bit downside. You observe that? Observe that or not? That is called what, subscript. Top is called what? Superscript. So if I have to write that, we have to use a special tag, what? Subscript and superscript. To add subscript superscript, we have to use sup. What we have to use? Sup. So like this, open sup here. Where I have to write, yeah, a plus b fine for me, but after a plus b the 2 should come on the top, right? So that's why I have to write open sup and then here close sup. Now save. Just observe only up to the a square, a plus b whole square. See, this is a plus b 2, right? Right now. Now see, I am reloading. Now observe that 2 went into the top. Only for a plus b I have written. So now 2 went into the top, right? The same works for a square plus b square also. You understood? Now in this place of 2, I should have superscript. Here also in the place of this 2, I should have superscript. Save this. Again go to the browser. Reload the browser. Observe that. Fine. Clear? Now same works for subscript. Just I am writing two speeds v1 and v2 I want to write actually. Here in the place of sup we have to write sub. Sub is for superscript, sir. Sub is for subscript. v1 and here I am writing something v2. Save. Reload. Now observe. Able to see content now? See that two speeds v1 comma v2, right? So in this way we can able to add superscript and as well as subscript. If you observe these things, whatever I talked so far, all are text related things, but content to the web page in terms of text is added only through two things, either in the form of headings or in the form of paragraphs. But if you wanted to add some extra formatting, yes, we can able to do that. That is with the help of helper tags or formatting tags. Clear? So that's it, guys. That's it for the day. So I don't want to talk about other content in today's session because it will take some more time. I don't want you to get burden on the first days itself. So but whatever it's been done in the class, I want you guys to be good with that content. Means what I did today, I added headings and paragraphs. What you have to do is after going to home, you have to open your computer and there first to create that structure, right? In that html folder create this web page, any name you wish, your wish, but put all headings and as well as paragraphs, and after that try to add some formatting tags just now which you have learned. Clear? So every day the class should be like that only, guys. So means if you do not like what we say practice daily, then what happens is it will be increased, because today I talked about HTML and in HTML what I talk, headings and paragraphs. Tomorrow session I may talk about some other topic. Next session I will talk about some other topic. Then it will be difficult for you to practice all those things on one particular day. Clear? So try not to have that kind of mindset every day. If you look at this particular page, if you work sincerely, it will not take more than 10 minutes. Technically you will not know much logic is there, right? If you know how to add headings and paragraphs, if you are really in this classroom or in the online also, when you are listening, if you are really there, then you can directly do this. Clear? So but this one try not to skip. Got it? So online people also same. So that's it for the day, guys, and if you are having any doubt regarding today's session, just let me know, all of you. If you have any doubt, you can mention your doubt in the chat box. I'll be answering you. Online people I'm talking, or you can even unmute yourself, you can ask your doubts. Else, if you are clear with the session, you please mention that you are clear in the chat box, all of you, quickly. Everyone should participate. You mention like you are clear, so that we can wind up for the day. Not able to open means, Shivani, you have created, right? You created the web page.
I I created in the folder,
Hmm.
but it is not going to the web page. It's not. Maybe I don't know which option I need to take after right clicking it. Let's see this page. We save
Uh,
it, right? Yeah.
what is the extension? Dot HTML.
HTML. Yeah. Dot
Dot
HTML.
HTML.
Yeah.
You are connected through mobile app or browser.
Browser.
Okay, fine. What it is opening?
I did not understand. Sorry.
No, no. If you're trying to open in the browser, what it's been opening?
It says just open. Click on open.
No, no. You have to try with open with the then browser option, right? How about the icon? What is your web page name? You have created.
Microsoft Edge. Okay, Microsoft Edge. Okay,
Then you can double click. It will open in the edge.
okay. Yeah, it's opening. Thank you.
Opening. It's working,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Then yeah, it seems fine for all of you, right? Today's session. So try not to miss the sessions, guys. My sincere advice to you. Even though you are having a concept of recorded session availability, still try not to miss the sessions. Understood? We'll be having the recording session. Will be there, but still try not to miss the sessions for both online people and offline people. Try not to miss the live sessions. Nothing is going to replace the live session. Clear? You will think like one hour class only, I can listen to that. Those things are not going to happen in real time. Yes, right? I'm not commenting, but that is a reality. You will think like 1 hour session only, 1 hour 10 minute session only, I can listen to the session directly at some of the free time, at some time in my free time I can do that. But usually it will not happen. Usually it will not happen means at a stretcher on your own, without deviating, you will not do that 1 hour 10 minute session, right? If you are in the live session, You'll be bound to that time frame where you'll be giving your time specific focus. There you will be listening. You don't feel that 1 hour, you understood. But if you want to listen to that 1 hour from the starting, you'll feel that, you understood. So that's the reason I'm telling, try not to miss the sessions, live sessions. So sometimes 1 or 2 sessions you'll be having some work which is uh, what
Hmm.
sometimes we cannot avoid, emergency. At that time it's okay. That too, if you have missed it, immediately how to, some or the other time you have to go through that session. Means before coming to the next session, you have to be clear with the previous session. Clear? And my pace and your pace always should be same. Clear? Okay guys, that's it. We'll see rest of the things in the next session, that is tomorrow. Bye guys.